3, 2, 1.
What's up, Litecoin fam? This is Meatport Music, and we're on Crypto Capital Venture. Let's see what news Dan has in store for us today. Keep hollering, fam. The Lambos are coming soon.
Extremely impressive intro, man. First of all, I'm loving the mask. I can't stop looking at those eyes, and the setup in the background is cool. Litecoin fam, keep hodling fam. I couldn't have said it any better myself. Thank you for the intro. I really appreciate it. These intros are awesome. I'm loving all of you guys sending these intros in. So in this video, I was gonna go over some news, and then I was also gonna look at charts, but I figured I probably should just right now look at charts, look at Litecoin, how it's been moving, what it's doing, maybe what to look for, and then maybe later, hopefully I have some time. There's so much news going on, I just wanna go over some things. So let's just jump in, let's look at the charts, let's see what's going on. Let's start on the weekly for a nice broad picture of what's going on. I mean, there it is. We've gone over these symmetrical triangles in a couple of videos, so I'm not really gonna go into that now. We can, for context, look at how oversold we are on the weekly right now, Litecoin. It's kind of well known how oversold we are. But let's look at the daily. Let's look at, if we can look at indicators, what are they telling us right now? So we can start by looking at the stock RSI. So without getting too into the stock RSI, we have two lines on the screen. We have a K line, which is the red line, and a D line, which is basically the moving average of that K line. Really, what the stock RSI is, it's a momentum oscillator. So it's kind of really giving us a nice illustration of the momentum of Litecoin. And you can look at it in terms of how overbought or how oversold we are. So really the 80 line, which you see I have in orange, is anything above there is pretty much overbought. Anything below 20, oversold. And in between is kind of a little bit in between. It's not overbought, it's not oversold. So if you're looking for buy indicators, you definitely want to be below 80. So that's one rule. So we're below 80, we're right above 60. And what is the buy indicator? What does that look like? Really, it's the K line crossing above the D line. And you can see that really just happened, like between yesterday and today. So whether it stays there or not is still up for debate, and we have to keep an eye on it, but that's one buy signal in terms of the stock RSI on the daily. Now, another signal that we've been really talking about is on the MACD. You can remember the MACD line, which is the blue line. A buy signal would be that MACD line crossing above the red signal line, which you can see that just happened, in the last few days. So, and really it hasn't been a fake out yet. We talked about how a lot of times you want to wait because sometimes you'll have a cross and it'll just go right back down. That hasn't happened yet. So another thing you can see, we're in the positive above 0 on the histogram, which is a very strong indicator, and we're kind of moving up. So we have the stock RSI buy signal kind of in formation. And we have the MACD buy signal here. And we can pair that up with what we just talked about at the beginning of the video, which is how oversold we are in Litecoin on the weekly. Now, if you want to add more ammo to this, you can just really look at the daily. You can look at the consolidation. We've just fizzled out at the bottom of this triangle. So with that in mind and these indicators, it's kind of just like you would expect, and you shouldn't expect, but you would hope that these indicators are true and we're ready, we're ready for a breakout. But this is crypto, right? And listen, even in the stock market, you can't, just because you get indicators, buy signals, doesn't mean that it's definitely truly going to happen. However, if you're trying to make a bullish case for where we are right now, the charts are saying bullish. Now, if they are saying bearish, how are they saying bearish? One of the things I would say is a pretty bearish illustration of Litecoin right now would be the 200 EMA, which we've really talked about a lot since December, January. and we're under the 200 line, and we haven't even really retested it, and we've been under the line for over a couple weeks now, probably, or just around a couple weeks. And one thing that did happen when we had this double bottom back here in February is we pretty much bounced off of that 200, and that was definitely a nice indicator for Litecoin when we bounced off of it. That hasn't happened yet. We haven't gone above it, and we haven't seen it as support. It's pretty much been resistance. And really, a true test of Litecoin, a true test of even the markets, would be it retesting this now resistance 200 EMA and seeing if we break it. So will that happen? Will we get a bounce? You know, will these buy signals and will where we are right now in the market create upward buying pressure to really test the 200? Time will tell. I don't know. Now, one thing that I can say is, if you remember when we had this breakout right here around the week of the 10th, on February 10th, you can actually see, we can open up the MACD. That was actually the last time that we had a buy indicator on the MACD, with that MACD line crossing the signal line right on February 10th. And what happened that week? Well, where's February 10th on the chart? So February 10th is right here, and we can see what happened in the next few days. We had a nice little breakout. So will the same thing happen? I don't know. Want to say that that's definitely on the upside, all those buy signals and indicators. But what's the downside look like? Downside looks like we're under 200 EMA. We might not even test it anytime soon. And if we don't, and we break the bottom of this triangle, and we create a new low, right? We don't have these higher lows anymore. If we break this previous double bottom, we're going to be looking at a longer term bear market. And we have to talk about it. We have to be prepared for it. And if you're long in crypto, if you're long on Litecoin, it creates probably one of the most powerful opportunities for you. And if we entered a long-term bear market and we entered prices that nobody wants to go down below 100, but if we did, and you're long in this crypto game, and you believe in the tech and you believe where we're going, I think it creates an insane amount of opportunity that people were hoping for and asking for up here at the top of, at the all-time highs. People were asking for us to come back down. They wanted more Litecoin, and I wonder if those people are buying right now. I don't know. However, in a bearish scenario, if we break down, it creates one of the most powerful opportunities that we just probably will never see again. I think the prices where we are now are powerful buying opportunities. And that's not advice. Always, never spend more than you can afford to lose, and prepare for any scenario. But I just think the prices we are now, and if we entered a bear market, a long-term bear market, the prices are insane. And the big money isn't even here yet. So when that happens, if you're in the game, if you're holding crypto, in particular something like Litecoin or Bitcoin, I think, and I don't know, but I think you're going to do very well. So that's just my opinion. That's kind of where we are right now. You can look at the 4-hour. We have these, like we've been tracking in this symmetrical triangle, this continuation pattern. At the bottom of the triangle, we have these higher lows stemming from this previous double bottom. And here's our kind of this higher low pattern we're in now. And within there on the 4-hour, you can see little mini higher lows. So triangle is pretty much still intact, but what's going to happen next, nobody knows. It's a crazy day. It's a crazy week, crazy year. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. And it's fun to watch price for me. I'm always curious to see what happens next. The anticipation of the markets intrigues me. Your comments intrigue me. And I appreciate all of you for watching. Let me know, what are you doing? How are you handling this? Are you bearish? Are you bullish? And are you just getting prepared for either or? Let me know. If you're not a subscriber, I would love to have you as part of the Crypto Capital Venture channel. We have some fun. I read all of your comments, so thank you everybody that comments, and I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and God bless.